I love working with kids. My degree's in children's ministry. I taught full-time at my church for about 3 years. You can find me in official VeggieTales and VBS videos. I always tell people that, like, the second I get married, I'm gonna start adopting and, like, having kids. And people always say, oh, wait a couple years, you know, you won't ever get those years back. While I believe that, I also believe that there's something beautiful about being a mom, and I've always thought kids were awesome. And the reason why I'm single is because I probably talk about how awesome kids are all the time. I'm the youngest of 16 grandkids on my mom's side. Most everyone, I think, is like in their late 20s to 30s. I'm 22 and I'm the baby. So a lot of their kids are like 10 and 11 years old. I go to church with a lot of them, so I sent a group text to 5 of the girls, their moms, who are my first cousins, and I said, hey, I go to church with you guys, so why don't you bring the girls over Saturday night and I'll have a sleepover, and then Sunday morning you can just pick them up from church, and it works out perfectly. Most of you guys know I live next door to my mom and dad. I bought the house next to them 2 years ago, totally by choice. I was not forced, but I wanted to do this on my own. I didn't want my mom to cook for them or to even come over and help. She came over in the beginning to help a little bit with the Easter dresses, but I was like, I want to do this on my own. I want to spend some time with the cousins. So around 8:30 Saturday night, it was just me in my house with 2 teenagers, Brooke and Kari, and then 3 third graders, Ari, Journey, and Kayla. I'm not trying to be dramatic. It actually wasn't bad. They're so well behaved. I did not have one moment where I had to break up a fight or something. They're so awesome, so precious. But I did not realize how much work it is being a mom. I'm not even a mom, and I was like stressing out. Did you know, like, when you take kids to a store, like, if one of them like has to go to one part of the store, you have to take like all 5 of them with you. You don't just get to like leave one of the 8-year-olds in the clothing department. You have to like take everybody. And if somebody walks slow, you have to walk slow with them. You can't like tell someone to speed up because their legs are only so long. They can't speed up. Also, it's like a thing that like not all of them are gonna know how to shop. So like you could be like, hey, we need to get headbands, and all of a sudden like somebody's like checking out like Tonka trucks or something. And if you're anything like me and for some reason people don't think you look 22, mall security is probably gonna like keep staring at you thinking that you're one of the 13-year-olds, and you're probably gonna get close to getting kicked out of the mall. Did you know that little kids kind of take a long time to try on dresses? Also, somebody's foot might be hurting and they might need a band-aid, and you might have to go all the way up to customer service to get one. And because their foot is hurting, one of the older girls may have to carry her on her back, and then she's gonna say that her back hurts, so then you have to carry a 9-year-old around on your back. I love you, Kayla. Also, sometimes 9-year-olds have cell phones. Totally different conversation. But sometimes 9-year-olds have cell phones. And sometimes 9-year-olds leave those cell phones in Kohl's, and you have to go back and get it. You can't take all the kids out of the car again and go all the way back up to customer service and get the phone because her foot's hurting and you have to carry her, but it's all the way up an escalator and it takes forever to get up there. So you might have to call your mom and dad and ask them to wait in the parking lot with the kids while you go and get the phone. Did you know that if you take 5 kids to Chick-fil-A and you say, what do you want? It's going to be the most stressful experience of your life. Somehow, they still make you laugh. They still make you smile. But they have 49,000 different requests, yet there's only 5 humans speaking. You can even say that you're all getting a number 2, and somehow you all get different orders. Someone doesn't like tomato. Somebody doesn't want cheese. Somebody just does not want lettuce. Somebody literally can't handle tomatoes. Somebody just wants a nugget meal. Don't ask what sauces they want. Did you know that Walmart takes twice as long when you're not in there by yourself? If one person has to go to the bathroom, all persons have to go to the bathroom. Did you know that choosing to make them breakfast in the morning might be the longer way? You could have just like swung through a drive-thru. No, I didn't want them to get 2 drive-thrus at the same time they're at my house. They already had Chick-fil-A. I wanted to make them something. I'm an adult. I leave my house at about 10:30, 10:40 to be at church on Sunday mornings. Meaning I wake up at about 10:15. Yeah, I can usually like 9:45, 10, but I can pull off 10:15, no problem. However, did you know that when there are 5 children to cook for and get ready in the morning, you have to have your makeup on by 8:30 that morning? And you can't get dressed yet while you're putting your makeup on because you never know if you're going to spill food on it while you're trying to cook for these adorable little small people that are in your room playing piano. So you have to wake up at 8 o'clock and put on your makeup, and then at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, you have to start cooking, and then you have to wake all them up and make sure they all brush their teeth and fold up all the comforters because there was a sleepover / frozen viewing party in the living room. Then, like 9:15, somebody may or may not make a comment like, do you need help? And you may or may not look at them like, I got this, but really you're crying for help. And eventually you get the breakfast on the table. Then you get to run in your room and get dressed and put your clothes on. Then you come and help them to get their clothes on and get dressed. Then you make sure that they have all their stuff packed up. Then by the time you have all that together, it's literally time to walk out the door, and you realize on your way out that your kitchen looks like something out of the movie Left Behind or Twilight. And then all of a sudden you just rush out, and when you get back home from church, you clean up your kitchen because you realize you didn't have time to do it that morning. I have the most incredible cousins, and I love them so much. I was so impressed that I had 5 girls in my house, and I didn't have one fight, one argument. I didn't have to call anybody's mom or call my mom and say they're being disruptive. The only time where I was like seriously kids is when they were doing a Jamie Grace medley in the car just to get on my nerves, and they were singing Hold Me and Beautiful Day and You Lead all mixed together. I've been babysitting for a while, and I taught the kids on my church for like 3.5 years, but it's totally different when there are 5 kids in your house overnight and you go to multiple stores, and you also are responsible for getting them ready for Easter. Not for froyo at the park, but for Easter. It's seriously incredible just to think about moms like my own mom, who is was a homeschool mom. We're old now, but she and my dad worked so hard. But like to think about how my mom had to get up mad early just to make sure she was ready, then the girls get ready. Like, I literally thought that we'd all be able to get ready at the same time, but I'm so glad I randomly just thought the night before, Saturday night, maybe I should get up at 8 and get ready, then help the girls get ready. I do hope that someday the Lord sends me a guy that's not creeped out by the fact that I think kids are awesome. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's gonna send me that guy. I know that timing will be impeccable because it will be his and not my own. But until then, and even on those days, I'll continue to live in the life that the Lord has given me and continue to worship him wherever he has me at this present time. And right now, that's not being a wife, that's not being a mom, but that's being a big cousin, and that's being a godmom, and that's being a friend. And I'm going to continue to work hard to be the best in those jobs, the best at those jobs that I can possibly be. I would say happy early Mother's Day to all of you incredible moms out there, but I think the thing is that every single day is Mother's Day for you guys, because you really do not get a break, and you work really hard to make sure that we have what we need and what we want, and we're ever grateful for that. Whether your mom is in your life right now, or whether it's someone that has taken you in, or whether it's your friend's mom, your pastor's wife, or your pastor, whoever that incredible like mom is in your life, tell her thank you. Do something nice for her. Make breakfast in bed, or just vacuum randomly, or just complain less. Fight with your sibling less. Thank them for who they are in your life. In a small little day of having 5 overnight guests, I realize what a huge sacrifice it is, and I'll never take that for granted again. Okay, guys, I wrote a song about church. We went around in circles, and everybody wrote a line to this song. Even if the line just says, yeah, somebody wrote it. So we wanted to sing it for you on Easter to wish you and yours a very happy Easter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to church this Sunday morning to get the praise that I need. It's Easter, the day Jesus rose from the dead. Yeah, I'm riding in Jamie's car.